Minecraft world. Today we're gonna be reading some Reddit stories, mainly ARTA. I'm not gonna swear because I don't really want to do that. I don't know. Anyways, so today I'm just playing my Minecraft survival world. And the goal is to loot some end cities, get some good gear, more elytra. Like I already have one, but you know, never hurts to get more. So yeah, I'm just gonna be gearing up and let's start the stories. Okay, story one. AITA for yelling at my mother-in-law. This past week, my 28 my the reader is like a 28 male wife, 35 female, suffered a miscarriage of 15 weeks. We've been real broken about it because we were trying for a year before she got pregnant. Okay, my wife's family were blaming her and saying it was her fault that the miscarriage happened. Holy shit! Oh my god, dude, just like gambling moment, like certainly that just turn everything down. Just do everything down. Yep. Okay. Ma's family were blaming her and saying it was her fault that the miscarriage happened. Here's where I feel like a bit of an ass. I want to help her father carry things into the apartment just a few minutes away, and now returning to my apartment. My wife texted me saying that her mother said it was her, my wife's fault, that the grandbaby died. I was angry when I returned to my apartment and started shouting at her and that she can't really blame her daughter for the loss and they really wanted the baby and were devastated. My mother got real quiet and started deflecting and asking who was blaming my wife about the miscarriage. I said that she also needs to protect her daughter and not blame her for her loss. So, AITA, it's a very good short story to start this off with. So, I personally believe that they're obviously not the asshole, like, no shit. Uh, See, the thing is, it's not really her fault. Miscarriages happen. It's a very sensitive topic, and I'm quite young to be talking about this, but nevertheless, it's quite a sensitive topic. And I just feel that maybe you could try to be more understanding about it. Certainly, this mother and the parents, as in, it's not really her fault. I mean, she couldn't do anything about a miscarriage. I mean, come on, that's just really sad if you're blaming your own daughter, even though it wasn't her fault, and she really couldn't do anything to stop it. So yeah, definitely not the asshole. Anyways, next story. I'm at the asshole for getting frustrated at my brother's wife calling my mother about suspecting that I was tired while driving. I drove my brother and his wife for over an hour, and during the drive, my brother's wife suspected that I was dangerously tired and chose to allow the suspicion to remain. What I had issues was with the low sun that I was facing through without drive. I didn't swerve, I didn't lose consciousness, I didn't drive too close to anyone, and I planned and executed the drive without issues. Okay, so far so good. After I returned home, I got a call from my mother. She asked me if I was dangerously tired while driving. When I tried to ask her, I got she cut me off, explaining what my brother's wife experienced. As she went on, I got more frustrated, and until I cut her off and told her that I wasn't tired, I had the sun in my eyes. Okay, so it's pretty normal. Okay, and my brother and I battled with throughout the drive, manipulating the sunrises throughout. I asked her why this question wasn't brought up immediately, and my mother told me that she was afraid that I'd get upset. At this point, I got upset and frustrated. My mother attempts to gaslight me by saying this is the issue she didn't want to speak with you. You get upset. My answer was no, I wouldn't. I get upset that she allowed me to drive despite suspicion. Of course, I've had the sun in my eyes. I get upset that she speaks with you and not me, the driver. Of course, this spirals into my mother pushing on my reaction, now being frustrated and irritated over the situation as proof that if my brother's wife had spoken to me, I'd get upset to be this nonsensical reasoning and I'd call this out. Okay, that's okay. Alright, I'll just comment on it then. No need to do it now. Of course, my mother keeps on pushing on my correct reaction to the course of action. My brother's wife took as proof that it's impossible to talk to him. Even when I explained that I wouldn't get upset, she keeps arguing that I would because I am now upset at my mother. I tried to explain to my mother that I am not upset at her at all. I am upset for her son's wife for involving her needlessly. This is a pretty confusing situation. I mean, I get that, of course, you're concerned about his safety to some extent, but I mean, it's really not fair if your brother's also. Okay, so this is like the like it's the person, their brother and their brother's wife. Okay, so I think that if both of them were facing the same problem and they understood that yeah, the visors were maybe a little bit distracting. Okay, if because I mean, come on, that's very understandable. Uh, really, I mean, I guess okay, I can't articulate this. Okay, what I'm saying is that yeah, you know, maybe it isn't really, I guess, his fault. Obviously, most of these stories aren't. I mean, this is mostly about frustration. This isn't really about people being like, I guess, arseholes or whatever. So like, yeah, uh, but yeah, I just believe that yeah, you should probably talk to the brother's wife about this and how it's kind of unfair that you raised it with the mother instead of talking to him directly about their safety because it is a reasonable issue to understand. Maybe she should have done it instead if she was actually concerned about the safety, but no, she just decided to instead I don't know grab her to his mother, which is just okay, that's just not fair at all. I mean, I just want to really a nice smooth career there. Okay, so it's just not fair to just I guess maybe even devoid his brother of the safety that she wants him to have, and instead choosing to, like, I guess, go with it about his mother, which again, there's no reason to get her involved, as it says, it's needlessly involved, and yeah, it's just pointless. Anyways, next story. Yeah, am I the arsehole for being done over the house garbage? I, 36 female, retired early last year. And holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, I, 36, after retired early last year. My best friend of over 15 years, 37, female, was working a toxic job, so I offered that she could quit, come live with me, and get a better job, get herself out of debt, and get her feet back under her. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. And with it, she did, and she got a new job, but not really enough to live on her own. So we agreed she'd pay half a couple utilities, I clean and hover around his first, feeds the pets. Okay, reasonable. And she'd be responsible for garbage duty. Alright, okay, so far so good. Recently her car loan term ended. What the shit? Okay. I think car loan term ended and she couldn't pay it, so I did. I am gone a bit every each week, and and just even be boyfriend, but I clean the house every Saturday, rain or shine, mop, vacuum slash other methods, including her rooms. Who every whoever ends up doing the laundry will ask the other for theirs and do it. The last 2 months she has taken out the garbage twice. Now we have an ant problem. Okay, that's actually pretty concerning to a new roommate. Wait, hold on. Okay. That's kind of my bad. I just have a very compulsive thing to like respond to notifications and blah, blah, blah. Like it just like I don't know, man. I just really have to respond. I don't know why. It's like an obsession. Okay. I'm just setting this up. My brightness is so low. Oh, bro, this looped around. Okay. Yep. Okay. So let me just restart story three. I, 36 female, retired early last year, and my best friend of over 15 years, 37 female, was working a toxic job, so I offered that she could quit, come live with me to get a better job and get herself out of debt. She did, and she got a new job, but not really to live on her own. So we agreed that she pay half for a couple of utilities. I clean her around his first, feeds the pets, and she'd be responsible for the garbage duty. Recently, her car loan term ended, and she couldn't pay it, so I did. Okay, it's pretty nice. Uh, I am gone a bit each week to see my boyfriend, but I clean the house every Saturday, rain or shine, mop, vacuum, shampoo, carpets, etc., including her room. Whoever ends up doing laundry will ask the other for theirs and do it. The last 2 months, She's taken out the garbage twice. Yikes, that's a bad roommate. Uh, okay, so now we have an outcome. Okay, that's very unreasonable. You should probably. Okay, let's just read this story first. I've talked to her nicely, um, like about this. Set reminders and like the echo device in the kitchen, written on the whiteboard. Even text her while I'm gone. It still isn't being done. She works about 8 plus hours of manual labor every day for kind of crappy. I didn't nag about it. Figured she'd get around to it. 2 weeks ago, the ants got into the kitchen. What the hell? Kitchen garbage can. So she put the whole thing in the back porch to deal with it, but then she never dealt with. Okay, I felt sure. I left shortly after she took it out and spent the week with my boyfriend. Uh, it came to a host of things caught in the backyard. She said she forgot and probably dealt with the bag, but not the can. She instead took garbage back to a drawer in the kitchen instead. You, that would use a drawer. That's pathetic. That is. Oh, what the hell? Okay, she said she forgot. Okay. Yesterday, I wrote on the whiteboard to deal with the can outside. Uh, she came home from work and started yelling and rant. What the man? That sounds really unreasonable. Yelling rant about how she does everything and how the house is disgusting if she doesn't handle everything. BS, I'm a clean freak. Oh my god. So she's like blaming you for something. All right. Okay. She said she heard me said she can't say anything because I will just kick her out, which she never mentioned before. And I turned to ice when I'm yelled at stay calm due to parent abuse. Okay, that's a very touchy topic. Um, Nobody gets to talk to me like that, and everything she said was BS. I used instances to negate all the things she had told me, and even reminded when she was about to lose her car. I helped out. She yelled at me and that she didn't ask my help. I remember that I don't want my friend making dumb E-word money when I have the ability to help. I told her that she has a couple choices. She can leave on her own. She can continue living here for 6 months and sort of stuff. And then she's gone. I won't buy house groceries. I won't take her laundry, clean her room, etc. Or she can take care of the garbage and apologize and we can move forward. I left the room and she spent the rest of the night crying, packing up her stuff, but hasn't left to talk to me. I don't know what she's trying to do. But I feel like I'm being manipulated. I don't like people crying, and he feels a little bit of an a-hole. Am I the asshole? Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, but let's just say you're definitely not the asshole. I think we can very clearly just differentiate that. Okay, so let's see. You give help to your friend, right? Okay, for free, and they decide that hey, okay, look, I won't even do the bare minimum to live basically for free. Okay, just paying a few payments right there and there, doing groceries, taking out the garbage sometimes, and instead decides to like be a loser bird, whine about it, and be like, "No, I did so much, no," something like that. I don't know. I can't really tell the situation here. Yeah, this honestly just seems pathetic. Like, genuinely, this girl, I don't know who, but definitely isn't a worthy friend. You probably should just get out. If she doesn't comply, obviously you're doing a nice thing for her, and she should appreciate it way more. But if she's really not, and you start to notice this trend, like in the future as well, honestly, man, just give her the boot. She can deal with it herself if she really thinks she is this, like, I guess, that is egotistic that she can't even, like, accept that she has problems. I mean, come on. Like, come on. She's trying to help. You're just trying to help, and she's saying, no, I think I actually do everything myself. I don't need your help. Even though that's very clear not, at least from what you portray, that's definitely not the case. But yeah, yes. Moving to the next story. AITA for wanting the future maid-in-law. What? I'm just saying MI. Okay, mother-in-law. My bad. Okay, we're wearing a different dress to her wedding. So, OP is getting married in 6 weeks. My mom has had her dress for like 2 months, which is navy. Okay, she didn't want to see like be seen in the same color, which I agreed with. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. Like just being in the different colors, stuff like that. I don't really know how this works. I've never experienced this stuff before. Uh, so she has been told maybe multiple times, and I even showed my mom's dress. Okay, and after this, she's been shopping and has bought a navy dress. And despite that my mom is very navy, and she said she didn't want to match. She also paired with a white jacket, which I'm not pleased with, which is white. I mean, okay, that's just disrespectful. Okay, I have discussed with fiance that I was annoyed about it, and he's messaged his mother and said that she needs to find another dress as she is out of line for knowingly buying the same color as the mother of the bride. Am I overreacting, or is she like the arse one? Okay, like an even shorter story there, but here's an update. Thank you for the responses. Firstly, I did not ask fiance to message the MIL. He agreed that she has made a big deal about them not wearing the same color and did a complete U-turn. Okay, that's sad. I think the main annoyance is that she made a big point of not wanting to be in the same color on several occasions. I never enforced any rules as to what they couldn't wear. She enforced the rule, which I then ended up agreeing with, and that it'd be better for them to in a different color. I think for me it could be considered as a power play, and as we had a situation where she wanted to choose her wedding favors and did some meddling in that decision process. She also made several comments about how not being invited to my bachelorette hen party or something, blah, blah, and then made a comment about how I should take her and my mom out as they aren't coming to the main event. This then led to me organize a very small event, which she announced that she has bought Navy too. Oh, that's being even more stuck up. Ultimately, it's not the end of the world if they do end up bringing some color, but the principle and reasoning behind this, well, this has even become a problem from months of her seeing that she wanted something different to her mom. Okay, well, no, I don't really understand. Is she just trying to, does she just like the color navy? I mean, listen, even if you do like the color navy, I feel like wearing some similar stuff to, I guess, the bride to be's mother is very disrespectful. And you should honor the bride's wishes. I mean, obviously, it's her wedding, you should honor her wishes. And honestly, this is just horrible. I mean, really, you said you insisted on wearing a different color, and then you were like, no, actually, I want to wear the same color because why not? Oh, hey, look, ship. No shit, did I already loot this one? Oh no, no, it has a jungle. Let's go. Okay, finally got a ship and healing potion as well. Okay, I'll just grab this because I don't want to waste a blaze rod. Anyways, Ace is shulker. You can just, you're dead. The letter. Let's go. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh, it's actually. Whoa, that's actually so good. It actually, I mean, that's not mending on it, but man, this is some insane loot. What? Okay, actually, I'm gonna. Where's my axe? Yeah, okay. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna take these chests because I do want to make some shulkers. And Chinese wood. I have some cherry wood in here. I'm pretty sure, right? Right? Please, give me a do. Okay, I have first of all I have in the shulker. That's good. Building blocks, projects. Should have some cherry wood in here. Do I have any cherry wood, please? I was building something here, but I don't. What the hell am I on? No, I don't have anything in here, but I could potentially have something totems, ores, treasure box, spare gear. No, do I think I? No, that's actually really bad. Wait, ores, treasure box. I'll just miss pink. Do I think about treasures? Uh, oh, that's not in. And okay, is this my silk touch? Yeah, it's my silk touch. Yeah, okay, alright. Also, more steel and ender chest because obviously that's kind of expensive. Okay, anyways, next story. Ooh, okay, I just really love that loot. That loot is so fire, man. Okay, anyways, next story. AITA, going to the gym before work. My wife and I live in the upper A level duplex. We're early risers, and a typical weekday we got up around 5:15 a.m. Wife is at the door at 5:30 for an hour-long exercise class before returning and leaving for work no later than 7:30. I take slightly longer to get going, but I'm out the door by 7:30 most days. Thank you. No, 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 no. Sheesh. Okay, I lost that. I fumbled that so bad. Oh, yeah, that's actually horrible. Uh, I take slightly longer to get going. Blah, blah, blah. Our downstairs neighbors are 3 years. Uh, Another couple in 30s like us both work from home. Recently, they become complaining strongly that are coming and going. is totally unreasonable, giving them insomnia. Okay, that's whatever. Anyways, insomnia, they insist we need to be quiet to the point of being unheard. Okay, I mean, whatever. Anyways, uh, listen to your company strongly. The first bomb was the back door slams when you put it shut, so our lamp graciously changed the doorknob so it flew quietly and unevenly. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. The landlord. Should I just put all my loot now? Wait, I need the ends tool. 39 ingots. Yep, all that should just go in there. I'll just put other stuff that I don't really know why I haven't been right now, but leads. I'm not sure what's be there. Oh, yeah, my spots of its meaning should also be there. And send out. Okay. Yep. So it puts. However, now we're slamming the screen door and need to use the front door. Okay. Alright. Top it off, getting ready for work in our bedroom is unacceptable because they're sleeping below us and we need to get ready for work at the office. The answer is 5 to 7 is quiet hours and they can hear me being a problem. These just they try getting up 30 60 minutes earlier since at their admission they don't have a big nightlife and this won't change much about this kid. They flat out refuse. I mean, okay, so am I the asshole? Okay, so now while yes, asking some people to change their sleep schedule is maybe a little bit unreasonable, I do understand why, as in you just have to get your fitness. I mean, come on, you're on that grind to go to the gym, and I mean they really should not stop you from that. If the early morning is like really the only time you have to do this, you should honestly do it. Just maybe just be a little bit more quiet. But yeah, I think wanting to like sync schedules or like whatever for everybody's convenience is honestly, well, maybe not the easiest solution for them because obviously they want to live there and maybe they're not looking to do that. I guess it is reasonable because they shouldn't change their schedule either. So maybe a compromise between both of them would be the most fair thing they could do for both their welfares. Okay. And also, I mean, this is another short one as well. No updates this time. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, really, if they do want to be complaining about this and be like, oh no, you're being too loud. I mean, yeah, I get is the right, and even the landlord did try to fix this, but I mean, the landlord just can't do everything at once, so they kind of have to draw the limit at some point. So maybe you should just bring out the landlord or something into this and try to get him to reason with them. Maybe that could be the solution as to how you could get your I guess, freedom of choice or whatever back. Yeah. On to the next story. Right, story 6. Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to replace my ceramic figurine? Okay, my boyfriend and I have been living together for almost 4 years. For Christmas 2 years ago, he got me this expensive ceramic figurine from Spain, but that's a pretty nice gesture. Uh, it's one of my favorite things in my whole apartment and that I own in general. Okay, so it means a lot to you. Alright, but just keep that in mind. Uh, my boyfriend's younger brother was visiting us. Someone knocked over the table, everything that was on the table, including my figurine. Two prominent pieces broke off. It's cracked everywhere, and a big piece is missing off the top. Okay, that's already just, well, it's a destruction of her property. Yeah, sad, but I mean, okay, what can you do? Anyways, just don't accent my brother is very apologetic. I don't really know I'm mad at him in the slightest. Okay, that's pretty reasonable from you. I'm honestly very upset that it's broken though, and I just bought super glue and tried to glue the two big pieces back on, but it's just not the same. Felt cracked in the piece missing at the top is very prominent. A comment student, she found the figurine on eBay for 30% off the original price. She said her authorized boyfriend to back as guest who broke it. And thinks is ridiculous and that he should not have to buy it. He says his brother isn't guest, he's family, and that if a new one be spread, but he didn't think I should get a new one. I don't think I should pay for it. Maybe guess myself, should I split with him or should I just glue the piece together and leave it be? Okay, so what you're describing here is like when you lose a part of like a Lego or something that's like important, like small piece of it, and it just isn't the same. Alright, so I've been in this situation a lot. I can understand where you're coming from, and yeah, honestly, I think your brother's kind of wrong here. I mean, you wanted to get a new one. I guess it does spoil the original sentiment that your brother had as like a gift. I mean, no, brother, what the hell? No, boyfriend. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it does spoil the original sentiment a little, sure, but I Really, he's just ask. Really, I mean, you're just asking for like thing just to be. I think I used the wrong pickaxe. Okay, man. No, no, I used the wrong. Oh, right, okay, yeah, it's fine. Balance it out. Anyways, uh, I mean, I guess buying a new one maybe isn't the best idea because obviously it ruins the original sentiment, and it's just not as original, man. I mean, come on, your boyfriend bought that as an original gift, but however, if it's his guest who broke it, I do sincerely believe you should get a new one at least, or I don't know, maybe get some help in repairing it or something like that. I mean, obviously the repairing thing doesn't mean as much to you as you can infer from the story here, but maybe I don't know, just try to see if you can maybe I don't really know, try to reason with your boyfriend, see if he is willing to buy you a new one. Maybe just split it. Yeah, splitting it honestly is probably the best option here because obviously it's his gift, so maybe he should pay a little bit for it. But again, I mean, this is honestly just a more personal issue. I can't really measure how much this figurine or so, of sorts means to you from specifically a Reddit post alone. So you'll just have to see about this. I'd suggest splitting it if your boyfriend does not agree to getting a completely new one on eBay. I mean, the eBay one do make sure to look out for this quality control and stuff like that because I mean eBay obviously maybe is not the most reliable place to buy stuff, but yeah, I'd say you're definitely not the asshole here. Maybe just try to work it out with your boyfriend or explain to him how much the sentiment meant to you and how destroying the figurine maybe I don't know maybe ruined your impression of it and you just felt hurt by that. Maybe maybe this reasoning could help him understand your sentiment for the figurine or whatever, like to you, I guess. That's really all I have to say about this one. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the last story. Oh, it's a long one. Okay, yes, the last story. So I'm at the asshole for calling out my coworker's dad at a birthday party. Oh, this sounds very nice. And even from Bangor. So this happened this afternoon. My the OP is a 27 female coworker D. Okay, we don't call him D. 40, 40 me, no, 40 male. Invited his joint birthday party with in what with his son. My coworker A and his wife G met up with like D's house. What these letters so confusing. One of the first people I was introduced to was D's dad, 71 male. He seemed like a nice guy at first, moving around the table first to sit in the shade and making casual conversation. I just getting to know us. Okay, seemed like a pretty nice guy. As you were all talking, I mentioned that later I had dinner plans with my boyfriend to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. Oh, that's nice. They were asking me the plans, and I said we are gonna go to dinner and give each other gifts and just spend time together. Sounds pretty wholesome. Dee's dad then takes a moment and asks me, "Do you do sexting?" Whoa. Okay, that's. Ooh. Okay. Even looked over at G and she confirmed that that's what he was asking. I was really off guard by the fact it's an appropriate question to ask me. Holy shit, you just met this person. Uh, but he called down, do you do text sexting? I was telling why would you know that? Why you asked me that? Okay, pretty fair response. If it's straight to the point, I'm trying to move on. The comment without ready fair face, I think I know the answer. Whoa, that's way out of bounds. Okay, that's a weird thing. You asked me, I don't even know why you would ask someone that. He acts like he has no idea that's inappropriate to ask, and the corner moves on. Okay. In the moment I decided not to tell Dee that day his birthday. Oh shit, another entity. Nice. Okay. His birthday party and there are only other people and children around. Okay. Alright, no handship. Man, really no handship. I mean, that's kind of lame, but fine. Okay, we can just go from the top. Insert ourselves. What? Oh yeah, let this shit. Yoink, take this pickaxe, mine this. No, actually, what am I? Wait, mine like this. Okay, so, yeah, I know I'm hoping to ask. Okay, what the hell? No, actually, I too fucking swore. Okay, after a bit, D's D wife and BIL come over asking, I'm really pissed off and this guy, if I sext, if they immediately horrified, so why would do that? Children around and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, There were clearly no children nearby during the concert. Any of them heard it. Uh, yeah, okay. These data define saying that when I was in high school, if I ever sexted the time start, when there was no mention of high school originally. Yeah, what? Okay, and so the defense makes it sound worse. Whoa, whoa. Okay, actually, yeah, actually, that's actually horrible. What the hell? Okay, I'm actually getting some sort of cold or something. Uh, that sound worse. Why the hell am I dropping everything, bro? Okay, at least I did that. I was wondering, and the asshole for calling him out during the party in which you're nearby as well. Bishop had private conversation with the later boy instead. The great can would have different me either way, but I don't think the date I probably potentially made us see at the birthday party. Okay, that's the end of the story. Pretty long one, but oh my god, this is insane. I did not expect this. So when I read the title, I was going to maybe like something definitely not sexual, definitely not like a weird sort of. No, what actually? Wait, okay, bye bye. Yes. Yeah, so now it's like a very weird story in comparison because obviously, first, I mean, you kind of, I mean, he kind of asked if you sex, and then he follows up with saying, "Oh, I was talking about high school." I mean, that come on, that just makes it that's worse, bro. They're not even legal, man. That's pedophilia straight up. But yeah, honestly, I just feel like obviously you're not the asshole here. I feel like, but I don't think the dad is really an asshole here. I mean, obviously he has done some wrong by asking you to say, which is like a very weird question to ask someone you just met. I mean, I feel like if I just met someone like in like, man, I thought I was gonna give me levitation. I actually want levitation, but give me levitation. Holy shit! Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I feel like if you ask someone you just met, like, immediately at some random guy's party, like, even if you're their dad, even like the party to be or party host like dad or something, it's not within your bounds to ask your personal question, and especially if you're not like a close friend. Because I mean, like, yeah, I get to be like hot gossip or something. I don't really know. I don't do that sort of stuff. It's kind of weird and stuff. I don't like talk about people behind their backs. But yeah, what I'm saying is that asking this to like a random person you just met without any like subtext, you like, oh, do you sex? Like when you mentioned your boyfriend, that's all you did. You did nothing wrong. You didn't mention anything sexual. You just like, hey, look, we're gonna have a 1 year anniversary dinner, and it would be cool. And then you're like, oh, do you? I mean, like, come on, like asking like, yeah, I mean, asking anything is kind of weird because you're like 30 years older than this like person. Like, holy shit, like asking question like that is not like 30 years 40 years older than this person. I'm pretty sure, yeah, around 40. So being asking question like that, I mean, that's like some sort of list. You're going to be put on some sort of list if you ask that sort of stuff, because I mean it's hyperly sexual for someone that you don't barely know and is very young, much younger than you. Obviously it's legal, but I mean obviously you clearly have no intention, because I'm assuming the dad is married, hopefully. I mean, I get that he could be like one of those divorced dads that it's like a little bit stereotypical, oh look, I'm doing some shit. Like, I can't really say that. But yeah. Anyways, so that about wraps it up. I'm just gonna finish loading the rest of this entity, and then yeah, I guess this video is over. I'm gonna see how long this is. I'll be editing. Oh, also like a thumbnail. Oh, I think it'll be fire thumbnail. Wait, hold up. Okay, yeah, like a fire thumbnail. Wait. Actually, wait. I'll like find like a. I was like get the thumbnail. Wait, let me just like fly into the camera or some shit like this. Oh, yo, this makes a fire thumbnail. Yo, that's actually fire.